Hey everyone, welcome to the FLA Investment Division video series. The point of these videos are going to be to educate students about different types of financial instruments, financial markets, and just to learn about investing. And a little bit of background on myself. My name is Artie. I am currently the FLA officer. I am in charge of the investment division. So a little bit of background info. I started the UTD Investment Club sophomore year. Started off just me and my friends talking about the market, and people started adding their friends. It grew exponentially. Now we're at about 150 members, and we decided to integrate with FLA because we thought that would be the best decision for the longevity of this club. So yeah, let's get right into it. So for this first video series, we're going to be talking a little bit about financial market basics, a little bit about how to invest, how to get started investing, and how to look out for certain stocks. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so the first topic I'm going to talk to you all about is about just financial markets, the different financial markets there are, and then the basics of investing. So first, we're going to talk about the stock market, which is the most popular, and that's the equity market. So essentially, when you're buying a share of a company, you are a small part owner. So if I were to buy one share of Apple, I would own a small part of Apple, and that is the equity market. So it's pretty straightforward. You can invest in the equity market by opening a brokerage account. So this can be through Robinhood, which is personally what I use, just because it's zero commission, it's free trading. So yeah, Robinhood, you open a brokerage account, you link your bank info, or you put however much money you want in there. I would recommend starting with, like, I don't know, $100, $200, just to dabble around. And yeah, that's the equity market. So there's the indexes in the equity market, which is basically groups of stocks and companies. So there's the S&P 500, the biggest 500 companies in America. There's the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, and the Russell. So yeah, those are the indexes, and they basically are a group which of stocks or equities and ETFs. It could be ETFs too, and they track a certain sector. So yeah. The next is the credit market, and that's the debt market. So that can be bonds. So we have treasury bonds, which, if you all know during your finance classes, that's how we calculate the risk-free rate, is through the returns or the interest accrued on the U.S. Treasury bill. So yeah, that's basically the safest investment. When people are thinking of their opportunity costs, they usually think of the U.S. Treasury bill because that's the safest, and that they could put their money there. So yeah, that's the debt market. You can buy corporate bonds or treasury bonds, and all they are is basically an IOU. So yeah, I buy a corporate bond, and I'm giving them, let's say, 10,000, and based on the bond's details, so the maturity, the frequency of the payments, the bonds are all, it's just whichever one you buy. So it's basically an IOU. I give them X amount of money. They give me back that amount of money with interest over a certain period of time, which is called the maturity. The next one is the commodity markets. So that's the futures market, and basically that's commodities. So yeah, I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to buy a bushel of wheat, or I think a bushel or wheat will go up in the next 3 weeks, and I'm pretty confident about that on the direction. And this is the positive direction. So I'll get a futures contract saying that on this date, I think this will be the price of wheat, or this will be the price of gold, or crude oil, or cotton, or whatever, just a commodity. And you're making these contracts, and you can leverage these. And basically, if you're confident about the direction of where a commodity will go, that's how you'll invest in the commodity market. The last one is going to be the currency market, or the forex market, and this is investing in currency pairs like the US dollar, Japanese yen, or the Great British Pound, US dollar. So a little bit about the basics on forex investing is, whenever you see a pair like USD, GBP, so the USD, the first one that shows up, that's the one that there's one of. So if you see USD GBP equals 2, that means that 1 US dollar is 2 Great British Pounds. So the first one, that's the one that there's one of. That's a little bit how to read currency pairs, and we will have videos on all of these. I have basically little mini experts who are experienced investors in forex and in commodities and in options, and I'll have them collaborate on future videos with me and get more in depth, and because that's where they have their expertise. And personally, I don't really invest in like the uh, currency or the forex market, but I know people who do and who can help y'all learn a lot more than I can. Also, I'll be giving you guys resources on where to do financial research on these. So yeah, that's a little bit about the financial markets. You've got the equity market, the debt market, the futures market, and the forex market. So yeah, on to the next point. We're going to be talking about indexes and ETFs. So basically, indexes are a basket of securities that follow something. And so yeah, we've got the Dow Jones, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. And the S&P is basically the health of the U.S. stock market. So if the 500 top companies in America are not performing well, then the U.S. stock market is not performing well. So an ETF is that's an exchange traded fund, and it's a security that tracks either an index or a commodity or a basket of assets. And unlike a mutual fund and ETF, you can buy it in the actual stock market. So you can go on the New York Stock Exchange or on your Robinhood account or whatever, and you can buy ETFs just like you're buying a regular stock. So an example is if you're very bullish on the American market and you think, or American economy, and you think gold will go up, because that's usually what happens when people are kind of losing faith in their economy, or kind of scared, and there's a lot of volatility happening. Gold will usually go up just because it's so safe. And you can buy a gold ETF called JNUG, so JNUG, and you can buy it on the regular stock market. And instead of buying a gram of gold or whatever, instead of buying the physical gold, you can go get these ETFs that basically run parallel with the price of gold. So I love ETFs. Personally, I'm invested in a couple ETFs right now, and I'll definitely be sharing more info on those because that's where most of my expertise lies. So the next one, I'm going to be talking to you all a little bit about financial resources. So I can't teach you everything about investing, but I can show you where to go learn, essentially. So we've got the one big important topic is financial literacy. So you should be able to sit down with someone and based on your vocabulary, you should be able to speak with them and understand what they're saying. Or if you're reading a Yahoo Finance article or a Bloomberg article, you should be able to read this article and understand the terms that they're throwing out, like ETFs or options or things like that. And so the best place to really start building your financial literacy is Investopedia. It's essentially a dictionary for finance. So you can search up anything. You can search up EBITDA. You can search up what is a bond. You can search up anything. So Investopedia, they have a term of the day, and I would subscribe to that. And every day you just learn a new term, and it's really cool. It's a great resource to really learn the vocabulary, so that once you have the understanding of the vocabulary, you can go and you can read these articles or listen to these videos and actually understand what they're saying, instead of having to be like, oh, what was that word? So yeah, financial literacy is very, very important. The next ones, I'm going to be talking to you all a little bit about resources you can use to conduct financial research. So Yahoo Finance is a great one. FinViz is really cool because it shows the S&P and it shows the top gainers, the top losers of today, and that's FINVIZ. That's one of my favorites, is FinViz. It has everything you need to know about what happened in the market on a one-pager, which is awesome. The next one is going to be Market Watch. So on Market Watch, you can actually do something called paper trading, which is it's a real stock market but fake money. So you can set like a game between you and your friends. You can give everyone like $500,000 and invest in the market and just kind of play around before you throw real money in the market. You can do paper trading to kind of get you used to investing. So yeah, I'm going to be posting these slides as well in the videos, so y'all can go through and read the slides. And if don't worry about kind of writing everything down, because these slides will be posted. So yeah, so technical analysis tools, that's essentially just charting, looking at charts and putting lines and bases and trendices and really analyzing the charts. That's called technical analysis. And my favorite tools for that is CapIQ, which is provided by UTD to JSOM students. So literally this is like a $20,000 software a year, and UTD gives it to us for free. So I would definitely go to the trading lab and sign up for CapIQ. It's awesome. You can search up a company, you can view all their financial statements, balance sheet, income, whatever, from the beginning of time, since the conception of the company. And you can even mark up the charts. You can do anything you possibly need on CapIQ. It's awesome. So yeah, I would definitely sign up for that. It takes 1 week to get signed up in the trading lab, but hey, whatever. Yeah, so TradingView is another one. Yahoo Finance is another one that you can do technical analysis on. And the Bloomberg terminal is also available in the trading lab. So yeah, basically, if you're looking for resources to do investing or to mark up charts or do financial research, they're all provided to at UTD, and you shouldn't pay for any of them, just because there's really no reason to. You can get the most accurate, up-to-date financial data for free as a JSOM student. So now I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about a topic that I've seen a lot of students have some confusion about. So it's investing versus trading. There is a difference. So trading is it's usually short-term buying and selling of securities on the same day or in the same month. It's usually for short-term, small price fluctuations. Usually 6 months is the cutoff. So anything under 6 months is a trade. It's not really an investment. So it is speculation in the market. So all that Bitcoin, all those things, you could say I'm investing in Bitcoin, but you're really trading and speculating in Bitcoin just because investing is typically different, and that's how it is. So investing is I like to think of it as gradually building wealth over an extended period of time, and the most famous person for doing this is actually Warren Buffett. That's the true definition of an investor. He's not a trader. So Warren Buffett will buy a company and he will build the company and he'll really believe in it, just like Coca-Cola or the other companies that he's invested in. And there was a quote by Buffett and it said, "You should buy a stock regardless of what the stock price is." So that just shows like he has so much faith and belief that that company will grow that he doesn't care what the price is. He knows it's going to grow. So that's a value investment. And I can go all day talking about value investing. So that's going to be another video. But yeah, value investing is one of my favorite approaches. And that's, ever since joining college, I really started off with speculating and trading. And now I think of myself more as a value investor just because I think there's so many benefits to value investing. And I think that's the true way to invest. So yeah, another piece of advice just before we wrap this video up is building your investment philosophy. So an investment philosophy is essentially it's a set of beliefs and principles that guide an investor's decision-making process. So each person's investment philosophy should be unique. You can obviously get inspiration and ideas from people like Warren Buffett or famous investors like Bill Ackman, hedge fund managers, to get some ideas on and building your own investment philosophy. But that's really important because if you're ever in an interview and someone asks you, "So what do you think about the market?" or "What's your investment philosophy?" you should have a unique one, a guided set of principles that will help you through every trade and help you through conversations and just through life in general. If you have this philosophy on what is a good investment for you, what is some things you'll stay away from, then that will be very helpful in the future. So yeah, some recommended readings is definitely the most influential book that I had the most takeaways from early on when I was in y'all's shoes was The Intelligent Investor, and that's by Warren Buffett's mentor, which is Benjamin Graham. Amazing book. You can get it on Kindle. You can listen to it in the car on the way to school. It's a great read. It's not anything too complicated. It makes a lot of sense the way he words it, and it's easy for everyone to understand, and it's great for building the foundations and learning how to be a value investor in general. So yeah, once again, that's The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. That's the book I would start with the first. Attached to these slides is a whole list of books that I was given by a hedge fund manager here in Dallas, and I'm going to attach those so y'all can go in there and read them. But yeah, that Intelligent Investor is definitely the one I would read first. So yeah, overall, thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to sharing more videos in the future. Definitely feel free to reach out to me. You can find me in JSOM all the time, and my email will be attached in the obviously in the email. So yeah, once again, my name's Artie, and yeah, feel free to reach out to me if y'all want to sit down and talk about investing. I'd be glad to do that. And once again, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna have a lot of exciting videos in the future. Today was just basically getting the foundation set, showing y'all what investing is, how to do it, how to conduct it, how to do the research for it. So later on, we're going to be getting more in depth about certain types of investments. So I love value investing. I have a friend who's been doing great in value investing right now. So I'm going to bring him on to talk to y'all. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.